So we're gonna start where we left off the other day and continue working through kind of a very basic example. Um, so to do that, we're first going to rerun this code first. And this is a good chance, particularly with a notebook, to make sure it actually runs beginning to end. So to recap from last week, we basically got the functions to pull the data from the USGS to work, but now we're working on creating functions to get the data from the ASOS. Well, what does ASOS stand for again? I'll look it up. Anyways, it's kind of weather data. The automated surface observing system. So we're working on functions to get those. So yeah, that's what we'll work on. So here we have the process intermediate, just running down through, making sure this all still works. So we see that, and this was where I believe we were still working on the functions. So yeah, I think we ended last week where I was basically working on subbing in the date and times to this function, and using that to make the URL instead of having the URL hard coded. So yeah, so far we just subbed in the start time year and the end time year. Though we're also going to add in the other parts, and we're just using the dot format right now. I'm not sure if that's the fastest way to do that, but I don't always like this way because I don't think it's always the cleanest way. Okay, looks like I did change that for the month, or did I? Start month, no, that shouldn't be there, right? Month. So this should be month 1, and then this should be there. We'll just do that. So yeah, we're going to have all these subbed in now. Or wait, yeah, that's what I did before. Yeah, I don't necessarily like this. I mean, we're essentially working with this really long URL and then trying to sub the values. What is it? I think God, I did it again. Sub 7 values in. But we'll see. So in that case, the order of things I think would go. It would still go station first, start time dot year, then we would do start time dot month, start time dot day, then end time dot year, end time dot month, and then end time dot day. We'll see if that works. It probably won't work, because I'm guessing there might be something we're missing with subbing this in. Wait, why is that still reading 2021? Base URL. Where are we going? Oh, we're going from, oh, okay, yeah, I guess Okay, maybe that did actually work. So, okay, it looks like that might have actually worked. It does look like, just based on what this returned, but it failed somewhere else. Oh yeah, so this was just the saving, and whether it was complete or not. So, so yeah, that was just this print statement here. Wait, where did it go saved? I'm just gonna check where that is. Okay, so it's saying that that wasn't in, which probably makes sense because there isn't a key in here yet. Because we're just trying to do a single one. So I'm going to just create a quick workaround. If saved complete not in, equals, I think it's then, or is it a dict itself? Yeah, it looks like a dict. So we'll just do that. Should this return? So we'll try that again. And remember, what we're going to do with this is then we're going to join it to the river data frame and station. Okay. Well, I mean, we're not actually using this code. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm actually just going to get rid of these sections. Because, yeah, as I said, again, this was basically almost like a caching mechanism. Wait, where was it failing then? Oh, it was failing in station ID. Why are you getting station ID from there, actually? Yeah, I wouldn't... Actually, that's stupid. If it's the station ID, it should just get the station ID from the function. So maybe we don't need to put that out. And then this, likewise, would just be station ID. Yeah, I don't know why it would use that, actually. Let's see if that works. But yeah, again, that part was just a caching mechanism. So when you're doing large scrapes, you wouldn't be scraping the same lever station over and over again. What I saw, I just fixed that. I don't actually know what the name is doing there. Oh yeah, because that's commented out anyways. So that's not really relevant. But so I'll just comment that out too. But that should now basically work, I think. So yeah, this was part of the caching code. I don't know if we'll need the caching code again. Well, we might, I guess. Depending on this, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. What? I just fucking commented that out. Did I not rerun this? Yeah, I'm just making sure that that works now. We should also now have a file that was basically saved with the station name, so that's there. Now it should also process ASOF. Okay, so we just ran this function. Now we're going to run we pry the process, and then yeah, so we'll make sure that function works. I'm also gonna look ahead quickly and see where we actually join that. Oh yeah, I had that other notebook that I now need to open. That was here. So there was process ASOS. Where is it that we join? No, I'm trying to find where we merge the two. Oh yeah, it's this combine data function. So we'll also add that to there. Let's see how that works. So, okay, I'll run this first. And I forget, does this return the thing or save it? Okay, yeah, it returns it. So this should return essentially free values. Missing percip. And missing temp. And looks like it did. And then we just need to run this to combine these. So df. I think I assigned that before, but or did I? Oh, I guess I didn't. So I'll just rerun that. We're just assigning this now. So we'll do combine df, FlowDF, and this was the F. Call this FVVDF. Name. Oh no, it's called combined data. Yes, so. Strip time must be string, not timestamp. So it must be string, not timestamp. So apparently that's already a timestamp. Which is odd. Maybe it was there that did that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Where was combined data called? Fix df. I guess here, maybe since it was saved, it was kind of saved as a string. I wonder if we just remove that, whether it will work. Class tuple was passed. Oh. Shit, I guess the FlowDF might not have actually been a DF. Oh, so that would actually be FlowDF 0 then. Not naive date time. Time zone info is already set. Yeah, but I want you to override it because we want the time zone for both of them to be in UTC and not whatever the local thing is. So I guess dot. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I mean, isn't the whole point of it we want to go to UTC? Okay, let me look at this. Yeah, I just want to force the conversion. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, I don't want to attach it though. Yeah, so if it was localized, shouldn't we just be able to go as time zone? No, wait. No, you would do, I guess, as no, not localize. You do local DT. So you do x dot as time zone. That maybe? I don't know. So it'd be x dot. Maybe that. Okay. That actually worked, it looks like. So combine. It returns the number of NaN flow and the NaN precipitation after combining. So yeah, it looks like that actually did work. So what we're going to do, df combine df, and then we're going to do missing flow. Remember, missing flow isn't really missing in a lot of cases. I mean, they're NaN values, but that's because the river is flowing. But yeah, we're going to address that later, hopefully. So let's just look at this combined DF for a second. So yeah, here, basically this should be very similar to what we use to train a one of the models, like say on the Kaggle dataset on sample. So if you look at this, yeah, and for instance, like training a model to forecast, we use a very similar data frame to this. And then we take, cubic footage, temp F, all those. So that is good that we're seeing all those. Again, like here we're seeing nan cubic footage during the winter when it's of course frozen, though we are seeing height. But yeah, again, this is just, right now we're just trying to replicate, make sure we can run end to end. I never know if data frame could just be one word or hyphenated. I guess that is one word now, maybe. Data frame. Yeah, I guess it can be. Because technically, I guess it would be like that. So, I don't know why some of these... Looks like some of the more recent values are actually nan for the precipitation and the temp. So I don't know why that is per se. So I'm gonna look at that. Combine DF. So like, let's look at the last like 100 rows or something. Or is that actually looking at, no, that's not what I wanted. No, that's 100. No, yeah, it would be negative, I think. Negative 100 or something. Yeah, that's what it should. So or actually or wait, no, it would be the other way, right? Yeah. Yeah, some of these are nan. I think this might have there might have actually been a problem with maybe some of the time zone code. So I'm gonna actually look at these. Because that might be why it's not lining up exactly right at the end. Let's see. Let's look at the last 20 now. Though that wouldn't be 20, you'd think. Wait, why is this to the 24th? Or wait, is that because I changed the code there? Or... it looks like the flow data is going to the... Oh, this is going to the 24th. I guess I didn't, like... No, I might have just messed up in that. I might have said this to the... Wait, no, I did say this to the 24th. Maybe the flow data is going through the 24th. Whereas that's only going up to the 24th. I don't know. Actually, let's look at that stupid fev.df quickly. So yeah, it looks like this just goes up to the first hour of the 24th, but doesn't go through the 24th. So, I guess this is kind of an important thing when you scrape differences between the two sites. Like one will, if scraping from ASOS will, or the like surface system weather stations, scraping from the weather stations seems to only go up until the date. Whereas scraping from the geological service goes through the date. So that actually is kind of important info that we need to make sure we can remember somehow. So in general, this should probably be put in the doc string where this is created. So there should be a doc string here in general. Function that scrapes data from USGS gauges from a from a specified start time through, I'll make that in cap, through a specified end time. For instance, I forgot how to make the examples in the doc strings. I think you do that, and that would render in Sphinx, right? Does anyone remember? I'm gonna check that. I think I have example. Okay, what the heck? I don't know. I might have to edit that later, but anyways, so let's just do an example. Make USGS data. But yeah, if you do this right, like when you do Sphinx documentation and build the docs on Sphinx, this will render as like a nice code cutout. So that can be useful. So yeah, we'll just do a full example. So yeah, let's just do an example here. And then, so we would do like 20, I don't know. Oh yeah, we learned not to do that. Oh yeah, this would be date time. And this would be date time. Something like maybe 2021 5/1. For instance, okay, we'll just throw that site. What the heck? Where's the site ID? I'll just say that. df dot crap, I'm messing up indexing again. Okay, so yeah, it would be negative, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is an issue. Another issue is like if we were like scraping on a daily basis, like uh um well, this is also a good time to think about like an end use application. Like for instance, I guess if like we were building, say like an actual useful model that like, let's just pretend like the task was to build like, say, a real-time dashboard that would predict the flow of these rivers, uh, you know, n hours into the future or something. Then what this API would return uh, would be really important. Obviously, we'd have to refactor this function too, uh, to probably like be more exact at getting the hourly response data. Right now, since we're just constructing a hourly data set for model training, it doesn't have to be really precise. But if you were going to actually create, like, say you like then took this data set and you trained a real model on it, and the real model actually worked well, then you know the you would probably actually, well, you probably then like actually maybe create like another version of this function that then would actually run in production to, you know, scrape the data and join it. But yeah, this offset's kind of like problematic because, yeah, if we're trying to, well, yeah, we just have to, it's not that problematic, we just have to be aware of it and make sure that, like, the last, because, like, if we're even scheduling, say, a job on Airflow to scrape on a daily basis, we don't want that whole, like, new scrape data that we depend on to just always be nans. So maybe you would have to actually bump the other function to handle that too. And yeah, I don't know. And yeah, it is a question too of when these sites become available, I guess, because like, say, I mean, all these days we're scraping from are in the past here. But say if we're looking at like the current day, and we wanted data. Well, I mean, it just turned after. Uh, it just is still early on August 1st, but like, say you wanted to get like the data from just July 31st, since this is the day that just passed. Like, if I updated this to just try to get one day's data, would this fail? I don't know. I mean, that's something to actually test out maybe here. So, and we just want to say scrape for one day. Let's see if this actually returns anything. Okay, so it did seem to actually return. Basically, wait. That's odd. Or wait, man, that's UTC. I saw it only went up to, though. Let me see. Because it looks like according to that. Yeah, that looks odd. This might actually be time zone. Let me see. Because, yeah, why is that saying to... If we were starting scraping on the 31st, why does it look like that data frame is starting on the... like, first? And how could it already have data from the first? I don't really know. So, Let's see. I'm gonna look at that again. VVDF. Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It looks like... Well, so if this is UTC, that makes sense because now it has... the first, I guess, in hours. But wait, does this not include the 31st? I would think this would include the 31st, right? Or in order to get the 31st, would we actually have to go another day back, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. What? This isn't making sense now. Or maybe my dates aren't... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, I didn't do that right. Oh, yeah, I actually didn't update my own date times right. So now that should work. Okay, yeah, I wasn't updating my own date times. So there. Yeah, there we see. FEV. 1, 2, yeah, okay, we see there. Let's see. So yeah, that seemed to actually work. Though it's weird, actually, when I do that from this... Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, basically what we said before. It goes up to that day, but then doesn't go any further. It looks like so. So it goes up to the first, but not further. Though, yeah, so I guess to go through the current day, I mean, if you plug this in, would it like then just go through the current thing, maybe? Or would this throw an error? Hmm. 24. So yeah, again, looks like it goes up to there. Is this still in UTC? I assume this is UTC, right? Or wait, like, I think... Oh wait, so actually... Is process ASOS or at DT? Wait, so actually... Format DT time delta proper date time dot replace. Yeah, it doesn't look like we do anything with time zone there. But if we look here, I don't know, I'm just seeing, because it looks here like it actually is getting that up to the 7th hour UTC. So I don't know why it's not reflected here up to that hour UTC. Maybe it's because I just didn't refresh it, or no, it's not reflected. It only goes to here UTC. So why isn't that showing up? That has to be one of... something one of these functions is doing. So why is it doing that? So this does the aggregation. So yeah, I mean, actually some of the Weber station data too, there are like sometimes multiple recordings across the hour. So what we're actually doing to make the data hourly is basically performing an aggregation here. But I don't know why it would be cutting off data per se. It shouldn't really be doing that, definitely. So the original df, we do that, then we run that group by. But yeah, if we look at that, it looks like it actually is going a lot up to 7 or so UTC. So I don't know why that's not showing again. Yeah, it looks like this is only 24 then, which I don't know why. Cause yeah, this function shouldn't be doing that. Course errors, blah blah blah. Process ASOS. So okay, well, let's look quickly and see dot edit equals pd.read. So we're just gonna read that like raw file in. So yeah, definitely it does. Does look like 32. Wait, so why are we losing these rows? These last 7 rows, it looks like is what's getting lost by that. So where's format DT actually being called? What I'm wondering. Oh, okay. So that's what that valid column is. That should be exactly the same. So I don't know why that aggregation would get rid of rows though. Like if we group by hour updated, if we do that same group by, I mean, it shouldn't be getting rid of rows, right? Let's do that sum. This is obviously not. So yeah, that doesn't get rid of rows. So why is that getting rid of rows? Yeah, why the fuck is it getting rid of rows then? Yeah, let's try this with this thing. Or I should really make a new thing so I'm not... Well, it's a small file, it really doesn't matter, but... If this was a larger file, we'd obviously not be constantly reloading it. fvv.unedit. Okay. So wait, where the heck are we losing rows? Like, that group by doesn't get rid of any rows, so... So wait, then where are we losing rows then? Maybe it's this when we called this, I don't know. Strip time. No, that's our updated. And we group on our updated, so I don't even know what that valid is doing. Wait, that's probably what's used later actually. But wait, why is this function? I still don't know why we're losing rows. Let me go back here. Maybe I just need to rerun this. I don't know. And then... Wait, so that does have 32 now. Or does it? I'm gonna just create a text thing to separate those out. Meanwhile, this notebook is already getting messy, so we'll have to delete this shit in a sec. No, I just want to see what FEV looks like now. Or wait, what did I call it? FEV. Yeah, I mean, where are we losing rows in that function? Oh wait, so that does have 32 now. Okay, never mind. I guess that was some like notebook shit. So it should have that number of rows, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't for a while. Before I moved to 2. Yeah, I think that's before I moved to 2, right? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that unedit stuff then. Because we don't need it. And then we can just go back to that, so let me just check this once more. Let me check this once more. Okay, that looks right now. We can actually keep the preview there. So yeah, it does go through. If I go to like the second, it will get the most recent, but if I don't, it won't. So so that's that. So yeah, just that we are going to actually add that doc string. You need to add one additional. I mean, we could put that in our function too, I guess. Or you could just write it in the doc string. Like, I'll just do that right now. Oh shit. It's not going to bitch about the indentation. Fucking shit. Okay, so end time should be, oh, this is where like actually throwing this in VS Code with the docstring formatter would be useful. And that's where this code is going to live anyways, I think. Okay, I need to close this project and reopen this project. Documents, GitHub, Riverflow notebooks. Yeah, that's what we're on. Yes, I trust, blah, blah, blah. So we're gonna actually, oh yeah, we're gonna create a file of these actually. Or should I just call it whoever? So that's what it is. So we're gonna add these functions to that. And then, yeah. And yeah, so we'll just do that for now. Did I enable the docstring generator? No. Forgot there's a really good docstring generator. It's not Copilot, which I also use in here. I thought I had it on here. Oh yeah. Yeah, recently I had to get my like laptop repaired, and it completely wiped the stupid thing, so I'm still reinstalling a lot of things that and I want it in the Sphinx style because that's what I use for documentation. So not one line Sphinx, no Sphinx. So yeah, yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want here too. What? Where'd generate docstring go? So I just did that. Yeah, our problem is now actually Copilot doesn't do great generating docstrings, I've seen. I'd rather usually just even have that thing do it. I don't know like what's going on. I think Copilot might be overriding the generator thing because it should be generating like that. I guess I should go Copilot. I honestly haven't found Copilot all that helpful. I don't want to entirely disable it though. Just why can't I generate that? I mean, it's a simple string to generate, but I don't know why that didn't come up again. Yeah, I wanted to do something like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna import pandas as PD here too. Bodo, do I actually use Bodo? Why is it recommending Bodo? See, I don't know you. I definitely use request though, so that was useful. In any case, yeah, we need to like fix the indentation of these two blank. How can I show flake as like being underlined? I really don't want to look as an error. Anyways, this is all like IDE shit, and kind of preferences, but yeah. This isn't really highly related. Flake 8. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Let me look that quickly. Show flake 8 errors as warnings and Because, yeah, I want errors to... Yeah, I just... usually for red underlines, like, I don't want these formatting things um, shown as, like, an error. I'd rather it just be shown as a, like, underlined warning. It's a small thing, but I just find it annoying because usually when I see red in my editor, I think, oh, this is something that, like, the code wouldn't run if I ran it, when it's just a formatting thing. So I'm just trying to change that. Yeah, so how do I get these? Show VS Code, show flake failures as warnings rather than errors. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so I think that this was extension settings. Oh, that's where I edit it. Warning. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Because yeah, that's just annoying. Like normally I only want to see that if it's something that would definitively break something, not just formatting errors, or warnings. Okay, so anyways, that's the moving that to a function. I think that's where we'll wrap up for today. You didn't really make that much progress. I mean, we did get kind of the combined data frame out. And then, yeah, the important thing to note, too, was just that I think for this, to get it so there aren't none values at the end, you have to, like, add one additional day to whatever the scraped USGS is. So that's that. So in kind of going back to the template, we're still in kind of this validation stage of a lot of these functions. We haven't really started adding new data sources yet, which is where, and one of the reasons I am doing this in a notebook is because even though I'm going to move these to like functions in a second, is because particularly when we start adding new data sources to the notebook, it will be a lot easier to just play with it interactively and kind of debug some of these date times and other things. So I think we got that kind of squared away there for at least these two sources. But again, remember the goal is to add in these other functions. That will kind of help with that. But anyways, yeah, that we'll wrap that up for now, and then we'll be back next week, I think. So. Let's see. And then yeah, hopefully next week I think we'll actually start maybe adding some of this source, and also going more in depth into the Snowtel data. And then yeah, we'll figure out to maybe getting some more metadata for the river basins. Because yeah, as I said here, we have the basic metadata, but one of the things that would be good too is also incorporating more imagery and kind of topology of the area of where the gauge is located. Maybe even using image data. So yeah, but yeah, we'll wrap that up for today. Today, in summary, we just kind of kept going with these functions and making sure that the data is being properly aligned. And to do that, we did need to make sure that the end date is always +1. So yeah, particularly okay. Here we'll also throw in that base URL because actually the base URL I feel like should be in the function. But anyways, yeah, we will wrap that up. I will commit the kind of just this rough draft code to here. This is all going on, by the way. I think which branch? It's going on the refactor pipeline branch, so you should be able to see all this on the refactor pipeline branch if you're interested in that. So yeah, I honestly don't see why base URL is a parameter here, but in any case, yep. So okay, we'll end the stream then, and we should be back hopefully next week. I'm still getting like the schedule worked out of exact days that I do the streaming on. But yeah, questions, comments, anything you want, you can leave, and then yeah, we'll work more on that later. So yeah, let me just gonna, before I end this, yeah, now that will appear as an error. See, that's what I want. Like, if something's not defined, it breaks stuff, then that should be an error, but not this other crap. Okay. Base URL. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly do that by the USGS function. Oh, non-USGS gauges ASOS. Yeah, well, I mean, I think this, since it's called ASOS, we could actually get rid of that too. We'll actually there'll need to be different functions created for different types of URLs. Quickly edit that. Valid. Oh, I don't care about that. Two blank ones. Yeah, actually what would be useful is if like the An actually useful thing for CodePilot would be if you could just run like correct formatting, or just correct formatting automatically. Wait, I guess there is a way to do that. Not even with AI, but just knew that my project settings, were this. Expected and indent. Oh, yeah. That looks a bit better. Anyways, okay, I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Trailing white space. Okay, so that ends it for tonight. And we will be back. As I said, yeah, I think early next week, with another live stream, and kind of, hopefully in that we'll actually get towards not just validating, but adding some of the new data sources into the data set. So stay tuned. Actually, I think I ended from OBS.